Good morning, students. So, welcome to the online classes of enrichment. Today, we are going to discuss regarding L'Hospital rule and how to find the limit using L'Hospital rule. Suppose I have a question: limit x tends to infinity, x square divided by e to the power x. Now, when I see the numerator and denominator, you see, if I put infinity, it will be square of infinity divided by e to the power infinity, and it is coming into an indeterminate form, which is infinity divided by infinity. So, for solving this kind of questions, there is a rule called L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule, remember, it deals only with indeterminate terms like 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity. Now, it states that if I have the function, suppose limit x tends to c, f of x by g of x is in indeterminate form, then it can be written as limit x tends to c f dash x divided by g dash x, where f dash x means derivative of fx and g dash x means derivative of gx. That means in indeterminate forms, if it is numerator by denominator, I can find the derivative of both numerator as well as denominator. Now, by using that, let me solve it. That is limit x tends to infinity, derivative of x square, it is twice of x, and derivative of e to the power x is e to the power x. Now, again you see, if I put infinity in place of x, then the numerator also becomes infinity and denominator also becomes infinity. So it is again becoming indeterminate form. Then again I can use your L'Hospital rule. That is limit x tends to infinity, derivative of 2x, that is 2, and derivative e to the power x will be e to the power x. Now the value will be 2 divided by e to the power infinity, and 2 divided e to the power infinity is a very large number, so it is infinity, so 2 by infinity, which is equal to 0 here. So this actually helps us in dealing with many difficult questions which are in indeterminate terms. Let me proceed for another question. Suppose I have limit x tends to infinity, log of x, that is natural log ln x log x base e divided by x. So if I put infinity there, then log infinity is infinity and divided by infinity is also there. So what I will do, I will find the derivative of numerator as well as derivative of denominator. So let me write the next step. Limit x tends to infinity, derivative of ln x, that is 1 by x, and derivative of x is 1. So it is limit x tends to infinity 1 by x, which is 1 by infinity, and 1 by infinity is equal to 0. So here I can deal with such difficult questions by using very simple concept of L'Hospital rule. So very complex to complex questions also can be dealt by using limit or L'Hospital rule. Let me solve another question, that is limit x tends to 0 sin 7x divided by sin 4x. So if I will consider this question as 11th class question, then I have to divide 7x in numerator and divide 4x in the denominator, and I have to proceed like that. So it will take 4 to 5 steps, but you can see it is also in 0 by 0 form, so I can find the derivative of the numerator as well as derivative of the denominator. So in this case, this will be limit x tends to 0, that is derivative of sin x, sin 7x will be cos 7x, and you have to find the derivative inside also, that is 7, divided by derivative of sin 4x will be cos 4x into derivative inside, that is 4x, that is 4. So look at this here, cos 7x, if I put 0, it will be cos 0 multiplied by 7 divided by, again in the denominator will be the same thing, that is cos 0 multiplied by 4. Hence this is 1 and this is 1 getting cancelled, so I am having the answer 7 divided by 4. So such a difficult question which was solved in 5 steps, I can solve it in 1 step by using L'Hospital rule. And remember, this should be used only in indeterminate terms, not in any question. limit x tends to 0, that is sin 8x divided by 3x. Suppose I have the form 0 by 0, then simply you find the derivative of the numerator as well as derivative of the denominator. So if I see the derivative of the numerator, sin 8x derivative, it will be cos 8x multiplied by 8 divided by 3x, derivative is 3, hence it will be cos 8x, 8 into 0, that is 0, so answer will be 1 into 8 divided by 3, which is 8 by 3. So like this we can solve many questions regarding L'Hospital rule. Let me solve another question here. Limit x tends to infinity, x log x. I am writing ln x for log x base e. So it is infinity multiplied by log infinity. So it is also in the indeterminate terms, like infinity multiplied by infinity. So how to deal with this kind of questions? Let us discuss. In the numerator and denominator it is very easy, but here you see the proper process how to use it. Limit x tends to infinity, x to the power 1 by x, suppose it is there. Now this is also 1 by, this is another format in which we can use indeterminate term. Infinity to the power 0 is coming, don't think that infinity to the power 0 is also 1, so it is also considered to be an indeterminate term, right? So now this is a question where we have exponents. In the previous question also we had exponent, and in this question also we had exponent. Now for this type of questions, what we will do, we consider this one as y. Y is limit x tends to infinity, x to the power 1 by x. Then what we do, you take log on both sides. So log y will be limit x tends to infinity log x to the power 1 by x. Now since it is the power, then it can be brought to the beginning. So it will be limit x tends to infinity 1 by x log x. Now what will have, log x by x actually it is. So log y, it is limit x tends to infinity log x divided by x. Now look at the right hand side. Log x by x, it is in indeterminate term, that is infinity by infinity. So I will take the derivative of this. So log y becomes limit x tends to infinity log x derivative, it is 1 by x, and x derivative it is 1. So I have log y, it is equal to limit x tends to 0 1 by 0, sorry 1 by infinity, which is equal to 0. So it will be limit, sorry, log y will be 1 by infinity. So log y is 0 and y equals to, so base is e, hence e will go to that side and y will be e to the power 0, that is y equals to 1. So similar kind of things can be used. So for this kind of form where you have exponent, then you have to do it in this pattern. So limit x tends to infinity x to the power 1 by x, it is equal to 1. This is the final answer, right? So similar kind of questions are generally asked in competitive exams a lot because it is not covered in NCERT syllabus. So you must take care of this kind of exponential questions, and you have to use L'Hospital rule to solve that. Now let me analyze something. So I take this value, this function, please see, x and x to the power 1 by x. So if I take the value of x to be 10, then 10 to the power 1 by 10, it comes around to be 1.2589. If I take x equals to 100, then the value becomes 1.0471. If I take 1000, the value still comes closer to 1. The value is actually, if you do it in a calculator, you will find that it is 0.0069. So when x approaches to infinity, the value will be equal to 1. So this is the thing. So that is why, that is popular proof that this form is actually infinity to the power 0, and infinity to the power 0 is nearly 1 when it is when x approaches to infinity. Now let me proceed to the next question. Suppose I have limit x tends to 0 1 minus 2x divided by 1 by x. So how to deal with this kind of questions? Let us take this one is y, then your log y will be equal to limit x tends to 0 log 1 minus 2x whole to the power 1 by x. Then in the right hand side, this 1 by x, whatever is the power, it can be written in the beginning. So we'll be writing like this. Please see, log y, it is equal limit x tends to 0 1 by x multiplied by log 1 minus 2x. So that is 1 by x. I can write it in the denominator also directly. So log 1 minus 2x divided by x. Again it is in 0 by 0 form. So hence I will take apply L'Hospital rule and use it. Log 1 minus 2x derivative, it is 1 divided by log u derivative is u dash by u. So you see log 1 minus 2x, it is minus 2 divided by 1 minus 2x. Actually log 1 minus 2x 1 by 1 minus 2x will be written and derivative inside will be minus 2 and derivative of x it is 1. So now let us see. So I will get log y, it is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus 2 divided by 1 minus 2x. That is log y equals to minus 2. If I put this is infinity, so minus 2 divided by infinity it will be. So minus 2 divided by 1 minus 0 it is, so it will be 1, so it will be minus 2 and y will be e to the power minus 2. So that means the answer is e to the power minus 2. So similar kind of questions can be solved by using L'Hospital rule. So L'Hospital rule helps us in many ways to solve this kind of questions. So at last I will be writing the answer. This is e to the power minus 2. Can you see the coefficient of x here? Minus 2. Hence the answer will be e to the power minus 2. That is 1 by e to the power 2. So I hope you have understood the topics properly and use it. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you, and do some questions from other books using L'Hospital rule. Thank you very much.